welcome back to my channel. So if you guys can't tell, I did change out my backdrop. I actually really love this. It's a little bit different. So if you guys can't tell from the title, we are going to do my everyday natural makeup looks. This is pretty much what I do on almost on a day-to-day basis when I don't feel like caking up my face, which there's nothing wrong with that if you like to cake up your face every day. But just one days, I just want to keep it a little bit more simple, nothing too crazy, and all of that jazz. I'm gonna go ahead and stop my rambling. So if you want to see my everyday makeup look, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so pretty much my every day-to-day makeup is really simple, especially when I don't feel like putting my whole entire 20 step, I mean I don't think it's 20 steps, but you know, everything all together. I literally just use concealer, face powder, a little bit of bronzer, of course highlighter, depending on my mood, sometimes blush, and then of course eyebrows, mascara, and all of that. My face is already moisturized. I'm so sorry, yes, I'm gonna fix this, don't worry, ignore that. I'm gonna insert a picture somewhere here on the screen. I'm using the Olay whipped one. I'm literally almost done with it. Honestly, I would have to say it's a very comparable, almost I would say not a complete dupe, but if you are liking the Drunk Elephant whipped, I think it's called whipped retro or something like that. I'll put a picture on the screen of what I'm talking about. But I have that and it's about $70-ish dollars, and honestly the consistency of what it does to for my skin, it does the exact same thing. And honestly, the Olay I think is $28, so it's a huge difference. So definitely check that out. I've been really liking the Master Prime. It's the Hydrate and Smooth. I always prime even if I don't have a lot of makeup on. I'm still gonna of course prime as always, because it's very important still, and you do want your makeup to still be able to have something to stick on. And I'm sorry if I sound a little congested because I actually am, but like I said, I've been really liking this. And this was actually, as a matter of fact, this was from the 12 Days of Beauty from that Target beauty box thing, and I think I'm probably gonna purchase this once I'm out of it. So pretty much I let that sit for a second, and then I go on to my eyebrows. I've been really liking the brow definer by Anastasia. I was back in the day, probably maybe 3 or 4 years ago, when I didn't have a lot of eyebrows. I really didn't like it. I was just user error and I really didn't know how to use it. But I feel like now I tried it again because I bought it whenever Ulta had their 12 Days of Beauty, when they had certain items discounted and all of that, and I'm pretty sure this was $10 or $12. But I'm using the shade medium brown, and if you guys want a whole dedicated video of how I do my brows, I'll go ahead and do that. But I'm gonna do my brows off camera and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so brows are on. I only use concealer on my no makeup days, or my minimal makeup, and I really like the NARS creamy concealer. Honestly, you can use any concealer you want, but particularly the NARS one. I mean, it gives me still a really good coverage, and I feel like it's still my skin peeks through, and I feel like it's not too caked on. So pretty much I conceal, of course, my under eyes. I do conceal up here whatever redness I have. I have redness right here on my cheek. I do a little bit here on top of my Cupid's bow, a little bit here. Pretty much just anything you want to just cover your redness, your pimples, red spots, dark spots, your under eyes, whatever you want to do. When I was working at Alex and Ani, I would bring my makeup with me in the mornings. And there was this one time when I was working in the morning and there was this girl, they're actually part of the, what's that called? When they clean the windows and stuff like that. And she said, "What foundation are you wearing?" And I'm like, "I'm not wearing foundation. I'm literally just wearing concealer." And she's like, "Oh my god, your skin looks so good, blah blah." And I was like, "Thank you so much." I mean, she kind of had me up after that, but I'm telling y'all, if you guys haven't tried this concealer, I mean, it's magic. I really like it. Concealer is literally your best friend. I like to use face powder. I've been really liking the Charlotte Tilbury one. This one is, I think it's about $40 something, I think, I want to say, but it's the Airbrush Flawless Finish, and I use a shade medium, and this is number 2. If you can see, I've used, I mean, I've hit pan, and I mean, when they say airbrush, it means airbrush. I remember the first time I used it, especially in here, I would say probably a year ago, I had a lot of pores right here, a lot of texture, and it just like literally just like, it's like airbrush. Like it just literally have like a filter on your face. But this is a face powder that I definitely recommend. But basically I just get my little beauty blender thing. This is actually the one from the Target beauty box. I've actually been really enjoying this one, and it's really inexpensive. But everything I use on my face today, I will list it down in the description box. So if you guys want to check that out, it'll be down there for you guys. And I feel like this has been helping me a little bit more, especially with those lines, because sometimes like just, even though people say like, oh, like it really helps with my, I won't get creasing, but I feel like sometimes the concealer or the powder, it doesn't help sometimes. So I've kind of noticed if I do this with the powder, it really helps. And what I really like about this blender is that it has this slant right here, and it's not like the other one, like the Real Techniques, which I don't think I have in here. The Real Techniques ones, it's like a whole, like the whole beauty blender is like slanted. But I like about this one because just a little bit of the part of it that's slanted. So you just need that little piece, and then you have this, the butt part, where you just get your whole face. And then I feel like, I don't know, like the way it's made, I feel like I can, my hand is like, compared to like a beauty blender, like it's like this, like I don't know, I feel like my hands get cramped more than this. Is kind of like, it's just like, you know, you're just bouncing it. I don't know, I really like how this one's made. So next we're gonna go ahead and do is bronzer. We always have to bronze the skin. I love the, of course, the Fantastic Omega bronzer by Marc Jacobs. This is like a ride or die. And then I've been really enjoying this brush. It's an Aveda, it's just like a number 9. It's just like a, like, I don't know, it's like, I feel like you really can get into your cheekbones. Pretty much I'm just gonna bronze my skin. Put a little bit of blush on. I'm gonna use the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush, and I think this is in TARTE, but the color looks like this. But I really like Tarte's blushes, are really nice. I want to say this was like part of like the birthday one, I think, from last year from Sephora. And if you ever put too much, just get to your little face brush and then just kind of like slowly wipe it away. Put too much. And then next we're gonna go ahead and do some highlighter, which is my favorite part. I've been really liking the Amrezy highlighter. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about it. I've been kind of going in between the Master Chrome highlighter, and I've been going between these two. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the Amrezy one. And then, you know, you don't have to go crazy with the glow, just enough to where like you kind of have a little bit of a fresh glow on your face. I'm gonna try not to go too heavy on the highlighter. I feel like now, before, like I was like, I gotta put makeup on every single day, like I do a full face of makeup, and now it's like I don't want to say don't care to wear makeup as much before, but I feel like now, like I've been more comfortable with my skin, and like I've been like, you know, taking care of my skin now, and I feel like I just want to like really let my skin breathe and all of that. Alright guys, so I didn't realize that my camera stopped filming, and that's okay. We really didn't miss very much. Pretty much I was just talking about putting eyeshadow into my crease. You can basically either use the bronzer you're using, or you can go into a palette that you like for a transition shade. It's the Perception Shayla X Colourpop, and I really like the shade in here. It's called Thick. It's that little orangey shade, but I pretty much just put it into my crease. I could put a little bit more in right now, but I just get a little blending brush, and you probably guys can see it, but I just put a little bit in my crease, and I actually did put some onto my lower lash line, so it gives you a little bit of dimension onto the eyes, and it kind of gives you like that warm look, and it just kind of just puts some color onto your eyelids. So with mascara, just use whatever mascara you like. I've been really liking the Lash Sensational by Maybelline. I feel like this is a really pretty close dupe to the Benefit Roll Lash. I really do enjoy the NYX Soft Matte lip creams, and the reason why I like them is just because they're so comfortable on the lips. I really enjoy the shade, and the one that I'm wearing today is in the shade London, but it's just like a really pretty nude color. And of course, we're always going to set our face. and I use the Urban Decay All Nighter. Alrighty guys, so that pretty much is it for my everyday makeup. So let me know in the comments down below, what are your favorite products that you like to use? That is it for this one, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.